It is actually March, and we bring y'all the madness.
Oh, I thought you were about to say the date or something. I don't
Oh
know.
no,
Anyway, yeah,
it's
whatever.
March is always madness.
It is. I love it. Basketball season. Well, it's been basketball season, but it just get real, real.
I'm talking about for business owners. Tax
Oh,
season.
my bad.
Got to file them business taxes by the end of March. But okay, hey, it is what it is.
I was talking about tournament.
Yeah, you talking about tenants. I'm talking about folks not trying to go to jail.
Right.
All right. Once again, thank y'all for tuning into the Watch for the Hook Business and Entrepreneur
That's
Podcast
right. It's Tatiana.
with Michael. I
Yeah,
guess she jumped the gun
I
again.
did.
Hey, we
It's the March
appreciate you.
Madness.
It is maddening as hell. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in to us. And as always, you can come by www. I watch for the number 4, thehook.com. Get that legacy greater than me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, hey, if you ain't getting it, you're missing out.
That's right.
And y'all didn't go to them big retailers when you want to support your folks, man. You come on by.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Ain't no
that simple.
ain't no boycotting over here. But yeah, so all right. So today, all right, so the thing is now, as we sit up under the orange tyrant and the Negro Peen, he ain't a Negro, he's a Nepo.
Well, I
What the
don't know.
yeah, the white dude from South Africa.
Afrikaner,
Yeah, the
the
Afrikaner.
Afrikaner, because they don't their label is not African.
Yeah.
They're an Afrikaner.
Yeah.
It's like AFRI.
K-O-N or some shit like that.
No, KCCK. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it back up.
Shit, motherfucker, probably KKK. Still,
Michael,
me just keeping it a buck. So while we got these crazy folks out here
unrealistic.
ruining the United States economy,
Selling Teslas on the lawn.
like it's a hood cookout
Well, it really gave that Saturday morning um Car Wars type feel.
with no barbecue and no red
Yeah,
cups.
wasn't no hot dogs, but there was people out there walking around like Teslas on the front line. I was like, is that the White House? Y'all find
You talking about the house the black folk built?
it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
A black built White House?
yeah, the black built White House.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as we are going through, we're in month number 3 of Owens Tyrant's takeover. We're sitting out here now and we're trying to figure out as they get ready to do these mass layoffs for the federal government.
More rounds.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, man, something, it's time for us to do for ourselves. All right. So it was it 2022. Me and Miss Parker put out an episode talking about fend for yourself.
Yeah, we did.
And so we've been talking about how most small black businesses had to get out the mud. So now
Yes.
there is this nuance or revolutionary term that's called do for self.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like bring me up to speed on that. Like,
Basically, what they're saying is if you are, say, a black person or
okay,
minority who
okay,
had a government job
okay,
and then you get laid the fuck off, it's
okay.
time for you to do for yourself. Like, you got to figure it out. You got to start your business and
Mm.
take over the world. What is now the difference between do for yourself and what we've been doing since before 1619? Fending for yourself.
Well, this is the other question I have because I'm a numbers person. Um, After the layoff, right? And you're in that gray area of trying to figure out what you're gonna do next, right? So while you're doing for yourself, are you putting in job application somewhere else? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
I mean, you're going to have to because most of 99% of Americans don't have a 6-month threshold, which is they say is
That's
actually needed to
yeah,
survive a
yeah.
layoff.
6 months worth of savings.
How can you save when inflation has gone up 9% the last 3 years each
Eggs are
year?
like $12 now.
Exactly. Oh, damn. Egg price ain't went down yet?
No,
Oh, another lie he fed. Oh,
no.
okay.
I mean, I haven't seen them go down.
Shit, no,
So
50
that's
cent an
why I ain't
egg.
bought none.
Hell no, they can keep them clucking chicken eggs.
Yeah.
But so when we're looking at it right now, how, let's say if you are a person who has had a decent job, making money, how do you now transition to do for self if you've never had to quote unquote do for self?
But this is the rebuttal question I have to that. for those that I'm just gonna say, hey, you were making six figures, working for the feds, right? Because that's
Mhm.
that's how it's always, or at least how it's always been spun to me. I work for the feds. Everybody
You got
assumes.
that good job.
Yeah, you got good insurance. Everybody assumes you're making like minimum six figures. So you were working for the feds. You were making six figures. You done got laid off, right? Now
Mhm.
you finna fend for yourself or do for yourself, right?
Yeah.
So did you save enough while while you were working to be able to cover yourself while you're doing for yourself? Because when you start to do for yourself, it takes time
Mhm. Effort.
and resources.
Okay, so
And
there you
let's
go.
remember, you got one pot of money because you've been doing for yourself. You done did for yourself, right?
Yeah, as you was working for the government.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you done saved up 6 months of living expenses. So for 6 months, you straight. If I don't go outside my budget, right? If
Yes.
I don't live above my means, I'm good for 6 months, right?
Yes.
However, now you trying to live off that one pot of money for 6 months, right?
Yes.
And you're trying to, cause see, now you got a lot of extra time on your hand. Now you with the shit.
What they say, out of mind's a devil's
Out of
workshop.
mind. You out here ordering dumb stuff, buying dumb stuff, going to brunch dumb times of the day. Now you're expending more than what you had saved, right?
Mhm. Because you got
Because
time.
now you got time to go to lunch. You got time to go to
Ooh,
brunch.
don't do that. You got
I,
time, but
I got time today.
them same folks spend $100 for lunch.
Probably so. But where I'm going with this is, right? You got a little time. You're expending more than what you should.
Mhm.
But you're gonna tell yourself, "Mm, I deserve this break."
Mm,
You know? Now you're justifying everything you're doing, which totally goes against your whole plan for the amount that you managed to save for 6 months, right?
exactly.
Because if you had thought about the bullshittery whenever you became idle,
Mhm.
you might have increased your savings just a little bit more to cover that 10% of bullshit you finna do.
Yeah.
But you hadn't planned for that, right?
Yeah.
So now you're living outside your means, essentially. You're expending more than what you projected you would spend. And you finna put your big boy and big girl panties on and you finna do for yourself. You finna start a business. So now you
Catch
finna
money too.
deplete those resources even more.
Exactly.
So
See,
that 6 months
yeah.
with the bullshittery and depleting your resources because you now finna fend do for yourself
Mhm.
might have just went down to 3.5.
So Miss Parker gave y'all a very sweet and eloquent. I loved it because you basically said they had did right.
Yeah.
You giving them the opportunity to say that they did right. Now,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you the fuck shit.
Yeah.
For them folks that work those jobs, they maybe end up like us.
Yeah.
Had two plus kids,
Yeah.
a dog, a house, a picket fence.
Right.
Guess what happened? They ain't had 6 months.
Right.
Cause if they're my age, I ain't gonna tell my wife's age. One of them kids in college, you help paying for that.
Right.
One of them kids in high school,
Mm-hmm.
you paying on that too.
Class ring.
Yeah. So guess what happened? I ain't got that reserve.
Nope.
Family ain't got
Reserve
that
gone.
reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what happened? We were living.
Yes.
I had to survive.
Yes.
We had to maintain. See,
Absolutely.
those words hold volume in households.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, a lot of people are in survival mode
Yes.
because of what's happening right now. 2 or 3 years ago, they was maintaining.
Right.
So now somebody ain't got that.
Right.
So now they trying to do for self. They got zero.
Zero.
Start from scratch. As we say, getting it out the mud.
But then your expectation, right,
Mhm.
for doing for self, because you got a 6 month window
Yep.
to become a bagillionaire.
Oh, a bajillion. I have a bajillion dollars.
You got 6 months. But remember, we just backtracked it. We walked them numbers back.
Ooh,
And we said with doing for ourselves, with the bullshittery, because now we got time today and we deserve this break. That 6 months just went to 3.5.
you took a vacation because you needed to
Yeah,
relax.
I gotta decompress, right? So that what 24 weeks just went to what 14 weeks.
Yep. That's a little over 3 months.
Yeah, 3.5 months. So now you need to take that do for yourself idea from idea to implementation,
Talk about that all the time.
right? You got to get it rolling, right? You got to get it out there. You got to have so much visibility because if you're selling a product or providing a service, essentially you want to sell out and
All the way.
all the way. And even what I mean by, selling out with providing a service,
Hmm.
you need to sell out your time slots of availability, right?
Exactly.
So you have all of 14 weeks to make that happen. Where your do for self idea can now do for your household
Because now,
what your chick was doing.
what your check was supposed to cover, your ideas to implementation now have to cover that.
Yes.
But what we always know, Miss Parker, you're gonna have to be your own bank sometime.
Yes.
And then,
That's where going from 6 months down to 3.5 comes into play.
and now even think about it. What have they done now in the last few months? They have rolled back ways to gain access to capital.
Yes, the playing field is not level.
Oh,
It's not level.
it is sloped as hell.
Mhm.
It is if you work in the world of triangles, it is steep as fuck. You are sliding downhill, or you are trying to climb the impossible mountain because now, let's just say, you don't have those skills that are translatable to doing for yourself.
Right, right. You do need those transferable skills.
You have to have it. And a lot of people now starting to realize that ain't them.
No. And networking for something like brand new for you like that, that's not likely to happen to the extent or the magnitude that you need it to happen
Mm-mm.
within like 2 weeks. Because now, remember, we went from 6 months to 3.5.
Yep.
Now we just took out 2 weeks for networking, right?
Yep.
Now you're down to 3 months.
And guess what happens?
Clock's ticking.
Clock is ticking.
Clock's ticking.
Bills do.
Yeah, you getting them
Somebody needs
late
something.
notices.
Somebody needs something. Because the bills don't stop.
Nope, you can only get so many extensions.
Yeah.
They
And
probably like she's saying that like she got experience.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. You gotta understand how life works.
Right.
They don't give a damn what your
Nah.
circumstances are.
Mm-mm.
All they know is the bill has come. One thing I've always said, the bill will come.
That's what you always say. The bill must come due. I'm like, what kind of garbage is
But
that?
it's real when you're thinking about it right now. You have people who sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, when they discuss business owners, even like us, we still keep our 9 to 5s
Yes.
as we are navigating the entrepreneurial world.
In multiple faucets.
We've been doing this for, in some parts, over half a decade.
Yes.
You will never figure it all the way out.
No.
And like Miss Parker say sometimes, we ain't got nobody give us a easy $1 million loan.
No.
So when you now have to do for self in 2025,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't the same as fending for yourself back in 2022.
No.
Now you're coming up here and you're like, where the hell do I go from here? That takes time too.
Yeah.
Because that now you got to do what? You said 14 weeks, 2 for networking. Miss Parker, how long does it take to do the research to figure out what the hell you trying to do?
That's months. And some people may rebuttal and say, well, I've been thinking about doing this. It's something kind of like COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about doing I've been wanting to do it. I finally had time, so I decided to start it, right?
Mm-hmm. Guess what's different now than when COVID was around?
Child.
Them 3 letters. P, P, and P.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the resources, because with COVID, they were slapping them checks around.
When money.
People was lying. People ain't never had a business. Now they got 4 licenses. What?
Shit, some of them in jail.
That's true. Not me.
And they
Not
build
I.
and they building jails for the rest of them.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. You just said it hit on the head. Now in 2025, they have now limited your
Yeah.
resources, your access to capital. Even let's just keep it a buck. Even the type of businesses you can even establish
Yes.
have now been limited
Yes.
because now they're like, how the fuck you gonna do that? because they're gonna ask you some questions now.
Yeah, and let's not talk about, when it's time to file taxes on those businesses,
Oh
right?
yeah, we just filed taxes the other day.
Things change. They have changed every year.
Yeah, I just sit there and talk to my tax guys. We were filing business taxes last week. They just basically said he let me know they changed tax laws in the middle of this tax season.
Right,
Now take it for what it is. They're filing taxes on what your business did in 2024,
right,
but they're now holding you to the verbiage and the legality of 2025
right,
for something you did last year.
right. That was not established on their end last year. So what this feels to me like, yes. Okay.
Hmm.
They had X amount of filers, right?
Yep.
You see certain things start to become a trend that could be positive for the patron, negative
Hmm.
for the political people, right?
Negative for the people trying to get your money.
Yeah. So then, oh, we can just fix it.
We can change the rules.
We just change the rule.
They
So
can do it all
what
the
was
time.
beneficial to you all from last year is no longer beneficial to you now because now it doesn't exist.
Gone just like that.
Yeah. It's too much positive.
Yep. And and that is one of the hardest things right now for people to understand is that people are sitting here thinking, well, they'll just have to go out and find new jobs. So
Hmm.
if the government is decreasing by thousands upon thousands of jobs, what company have you seen offering thousands upon thousands of new jobs?
For those particular,
Yeah,
areas.
I
Like,
will tell you.
okay, we just lost,
No damn body.
15,000 IRS tax people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this company's hiring 14,999
Just
tax people that hopefully have experience with IRS stuff.
ain't seen that post yet.
Yeah, nah,
You ain't
that's a
seen it.
lot of
You ain't
requisitions.
seen it on none of them job postings.
Nah, ain't seen that.
And that's the crutch to all this. People say now, all right, they done screwed us over. We gonna show them. We gonna do for self. We gonna show them we can make it on our own. How? Sway. How? You need to understand. People say, oh, you can just get off the grid. What grid? They gonna get off the grid if you owe energy,
Mm,
gas,
mm,
water bill, money.
yeah.
Shit, you can't get off the grid.
No, not
You got
really.
a cell phone? That
Mm.
bill due too. You got some internet. You listening?
You said you were doing for yourself, so you're gonna need the internet
Yeah. How can you get to millions? Millions
to get those bagillion dollars.
if you ain't got no damn internet.
Yeah, that's not because I mean you ain't finna go sit at Starbucks all day.
Exactly. It is
But then
just
they gonna know you there because you buying coffees.
coffee ain't free. Shit, that cup of coffee high as hell.
Ain't it?
Ain't none of that shit free.
That's expensive. I can't.
Them
It's
little
not in my.
croissant sandwiches, them bitches high too.
That's not in my repertoire.
Nah, them crappe frappuccinos or crappy
With the crumble top.
fupa,
It's too sweet and too hot.
uh, getting your diabetes, high blood pressure, and the sugars all in
Right.
once. But now you're broke.
Right.
Tell me how that works.
They don't.
But yeah, so when people are sitting up here telling y'all it's time for us to pull up our bootstraps and do for self, shoot, you got to ask yourself the real question: what the hell does do for self mean?
That's what I'm still trying to figure out. I'm not against the thought or the idea. I'm not against the precedents, the what sounds like it's a revolt in the making. I'm not against it. I just need to understand what does it mean.
I mean, they say when God closes a door, He open a window.
That's true. That's yeah. People say that, but I'm like, do for self. So
Yeah,
a person A lost their job. So now do for self is them to start a business utilizing their saved dollars that they're gonna need to stay afloat while they look for another job or the do for self business take off. Like it's just a lot.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Man, when we signed the bank loan, did we sign it to Jesus?
I did not
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering.
try to
Yeah,
my social.
yeah, tired of you. Yeah, it didn't say guarantor was Jesus.
Guarantor.
Guarantor was
Yeah.
you and me.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
don't do
So
that.
when you doing for self, your ass on the line.
That you know what? I think you just ended it.
Yeah, your ass on the line. And when you get laid off, your ass on the line.
Yes, your ass is always on the line regardless.
Exactly. So, Ms. Park, I appreciate you. We sitting up here, we ain't in the gloom and doom.
No.
But what we saying is coming down this pipe, when people start getting laid off even more, there's gonna be this rally cry that says, do for self. We just want to know, what the hell does that really mean?
What does do for self look like?
Catch y'all next time.